First, our top story tonight. Good evening. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley says that investigators have discovered a body at a Brandon home where an armed standoff captured the attention of local, state, and even federal authorities.
The Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office and U.S. Marshals were trying to serve a warrant at a home when law enforcement came under gunfire.
Authorities shut down nearby roads so no one could enter or leave that area. And as you're about to hear for yourself, law enforcement called for the person inside to come out. KELOLAND's Dan Santella visited the scene to bring us our top story tonight.
Street barricades were still up and authorities were still at the scene this afternoon, one day after gunfire repeatedly rang out and a fire of unclear origin broke out at the home. Alicia Tramp lives nearby and saw it unfold.
I heard over and over on the megaphone, this is the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Department. Abe, you're under arrest. Come out with nothing in your hands and follow deputy commands.
You can hear that same message in this video she shared with KELOLAND News.
This is the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office. Abe Bushey, you are under arrest. Come to the front door with empty hands and follow deputy commands.
We were trying to establish this negotiation and introduce some of these chemical agents to the residents. It was repeated throughout the entire course of the incident. The subject would fire rounds inside the residence. This all went on over the course of about several hours.
Chief Deputy Jeff Gromer with the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office says law enforcement fired no shots and no one outside the home was hurt.
The interagency cooperation that went on through a very, very tense and complicated situation last night honestly could not have been better. Every agency involved communicated well, worked well together.
While the suspect's name isn't yet publicly released, the address of the attempted warrant service matches one found on the South Dakota Sex Offender Registry, which says Abe Bushey lived there. That's the first name we hear in the video from the scene. Furthermore, Bushey's criminal cases match up with what the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office has shared about the man at the center of this standoff. And even though it was an intense situation here this week, Tramp isn't concerned about safety here.
It's so out of place for this community. This has always been a very safe place to live and reside in. It's very uncommon. Maybe a fluke incident. I'm not worried at all.
In Brandon, Dan Santella, KELOLAND News.
We dug a little deeper into Bushey's criminal history and discovered that authorities tried to serve a warrant at the same home back in July. According to an affidavit, last summer Bushey became upset and began yelling at deputies before running to a back bedroom and yelling that he had a gun. Authorities eventually left because Bushey promised to turn himself in, but that never happened. During yesterday's standoff, people living in that area were evacuated and couldn't return home until late last night.